Number 21, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. Before I get to him, I do want to mention, I thought about going dark horse here. Watch out for a wide receiver. I'll just throw that out there as an option given Doug Baldwin's recent injury problems. Now, Seattle does tend to do some pretty weird stuff in the NFL draft. I always have a tricky time mocking for them because they do stuff like ignore offensive line or take Rashad Penny in round 1. So I think Gardner-Johnson goes in this outside the top 20 range. He could play nickel corner, a big need for Seattle, or he could play safety, also a pretty sizable need there for the Seattle Seahawks. So Chauncey Gardner-Johnson there goes number 21 overall to the Seattle Seahawks. Kind of checks off 2 birds with 1 stone there in the end for Seattle, either nickel corner or outside safe or defense, in the end. But let me know, who do you think the Seahawks will draft in round 1? Again, they're a tricky team for me because they tend to do weird stuff. So let me know, at least if you don't know who you think they'll draft, who you want them to draft if you're a Seahawks fan. Number 22, Hakeem Butler. Drops remain a concern, but a 4.48 40-yard dash at his size, that's pretty impressive. The Ravens are once again revamping their wide receiver core. Hakeem Butler comes in, you're in good shape. Number 23, Cody Ford. My Texans mock picks are going to be very simple. Who is the top offensive lineman? They take it. They have got to find more offensive lineup. Cody Ford can play right guard or right tackle. Gives them some positional flex. Now, if Raiders fans were mad for me picking Kyler Murray, I did get you guys an edge rusher. I got you Clelin Ferrell. Isn't that a pretty good 1-2 punch if you're Oakland? They obviously need pass rush help, and I think Ferrell might slide a little bit more than I would let him slide because he's not the best athlete. In reality, the athleticism is average to below average. But I'm not going to ignore the production either. I think he's going to be a very good pass rusher. He's not going to be Khalil Mack. He's not going to be Nick Bosa or Josh Allen from this class or Montez Sweat. But I think he's going to be a very good player in the NFL. And if you're Oakland, you probably want to spend multiple picks on the spot anyway. Now, today's show is brought to you guys by BetDSI, the internet's #1 sportsbook. Head over to chatsports.com/bet and use that promo code LIVE120 for a 120% deposit bonus. So if you got some March Madness picks wrong, it's okay. You still got plenty of extra money once you sign up and deposit using that promo code LIVE120 at chatsports.com/bet. Number 25, the Philadelphia Eagles. I had a tough time figuring out where I wanted to go here because Wilkins was off the board. I went with Nasir Adderley instead. I think the Eagles want a young safety, and Adderley's one of the few true single high guys. Those guys are tough to find. So for the Eagles, you bring him in. He's your number 3 safety for a year. Yeah, you sign Andrew Sandeo as well to a 1-year deal. But I kind of like this fit. So Eagles fans, let me know. A, B, C, D, or F. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. To number 26, A.J. Brown, one we've mocked before. Yeah, they brought in Devin Funchess, whatever. A.J. Brown can fit, I think, pretty well with T.Y. Hilton. I also considered a cornerback here, but the Colts, I'm very curious to see what they end up doing. Last year showed they do things differently than I would do, which is fine. Number 27, look, Oakland, I also got you a tight end in Noah Fant. We have one rule this year, all right, everybody? The Patriots are not allowed to get one of the Iowa tight ends. We cannot let it happen. It would just be a disaster for the rest of the NFL. So Fant goes to Oakland, immediately replaces Jared Cook. All of a sudden, your receiving core looks really good. Noah Fant, Antonio Brown, Tyrell Williams. You can use J.J. Nelson. That's a really, really fun group there for Derek Carr, or in this case, Kyler Murray. Number 28, Dalton Risner to the Los Angeles Chargers. He can play every spot on the offensive line. And for the Chargers, go play him at right tackle. Some are saying, oh, you should move him to guard or center. Don't overthink it, guys. Quit trying to take really good tackles and play him at guard. Just let them stay on the outside. That would really help the Chargers' offensive line. Number 29 overall, Byron Murphy. And very fluid in coverage. Look, this is great value for the Chiefs. They need cornerback help. Byron Murphy comes in, and he immediately becomes, maybe not your number 1, but he immediately becomes a starter. That's a big thing for Kansas City. And by the way, watch out for the Chiefs to trade up in the NFL draft. They have the ammunition and need help on defense. Number 30, and N'Keal Harry to the Green Bay Packers. Randall Cobb is gone. Harry can play outside or inside. Maybe you make him into a big slot for Aaron Rodgers. We know he can do some dangerous after-the-catch stuff there. Get him involved on screens. I like the fit here for N'Keal Harry. And now, if you're Green Bay, you keep Devontae Adams. Do whatever you want with Jimmy Graham. You add T.J. Hawkinson and N'Keal Harry to a very potent offense. That's fun for Aaron Rodgers. Number 31, DeAndre Baker to the Rams. Aqib Talib, Marcus Peters. I don't trust their long-term futures in LA. I thought about offensive line, didn't love the value. Thought about defensive line, maybe there, but I think they're going to keep Michael Brockers. Edge is fine. Let's give them Baker, who, as expected, did not run that well at the NFL Combine. That's going to make him slide. I think he'd be a good fit in LA, who has shown that they don't really care if you're not the greatest athlete or have some whatever off-the-field concerns. All right, folks, say goodbye to commercials on TV with the My TV Choice app. Instead of having the commercials late in the game during March Madness, how about you get some awesome sports content, like stuff from Chat Sports? Yeah, go download the My TV Choice app at mytvchoice.com. The app knows when a commercial comes on, and instead of having infomercials, you get awesome content from Chat Sports and more. That's mytvchoice.com. Our last first-round pick, how about Jerry Tillery? Now, knowing the Patriots, they'll trade this pick or do something outlandish or get some great value or go move up for a tight end or something. If they stand pat, I like the idea of Tillery. Now, they'll tell you he has off-the-field concerns or whatever because he kind of isn't 125% focused on football, likes to do his own thing sometimes. I don't have a problem with it, but we know how the NFL is. But for Tillery, I think he'd be a really good fit in New England as a penetrator, and they certainly need more pass rush with Trey Flowers on the outs. Let's recap my round one here, and then we'll get to the non-round one picks. Bosa, Allen, Quinnen, Kyler Murray, then Devin White at number 5, Haskins at number 6 to the Giants, Jawan Taylor at 7, Montez Sweat at 8. Rashawn Gary goes number 9. I still believe in Drew Lock to the Broncos, Devin Bush to the Bengals, and T.J. Hawkinson to the Packers. Brian Burns goes number 13. Love the fit of Ed Oliver. DK Metcalf goes 15. And Jonah Williams goes 16 in the really good players that just happened to slide out of the top 10. Andre Dillard at 17 to the Giants to help protect Eli Manning or hopefully long-term Dwayne Haskins. Number 18, Christian Wilkins off the board. Garrett Bradbury at number 19. Greedy Williams at number 20. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson goes number 21. Hakeem Butler to the Ravens. Cody Ford to the Texans. And the Ravens get Clelin Ferrell at number 24. And they get Noah Fant at number 27. You're welcome for going Kyler Murray too, Raiders fans. You're in great shape long term. Nasir Adderley 25. A.J. Brown 26. Dalton Risner number 28. Byron Murphy goes number 29 to the Chiefs. N'Keal Harry to the Packers. DeAndre Baker to the Rams. And then Jerry Tillery to the Patriots. Now, speaking of the Patriots, should they go quarterback in round 1? Give me an A for yes, B for a no. Daniel Jones was on the board. You guys know I don't like Daniel Jones. But if he goes to the Patriots, he'll probably become like the second greatest quarterback ever. That is just kind of how things tend to work out when you get involved with the New England Patriots. They're just so good at developing different types of players. We'll move now to round 2. The Cleveland Browns, number 49 overall. Taylor Rapp, very good safety. I could maybe see him go late round 1. He played both in the box and deep in college. I think he's better near the box. He'd be a really good fit with Demarius Randall in Cleveland. Now, there was a run on safeties between the Browns pick and the Cowboys, so I didn't go safety here, though I would prefer to go with someone like a Juan Thornhill. Abram was well off the board, by the way. So how about we go very different for a Cowboys mock draft pick? Christian Miller. When he's healthy, he's a really good pass rusher. That showed up this year. The problem is, he's not always healthy. Had he played in every college game, he'd probably be a first-round pick. But he never did. And the injuries are a big, big red flag there. So Cowboys fans, I know it's different than what we've done. Grade the mock draft pick of Christian Miller to the Cowboys. If you want somebody else, let me know who in the comment section. But I would venture to say, based on what I saw, most of those guys were actually off the board in this mock draft. Number 62, I just want to have fun with Drew Brees in his last year. Andy Isabella. Super fast, comes in, instant impact guy at receiver, help replace Tommy Lee Lewis and maybe Ted Ginn at some point. Isabella to the Saints would just, the rich get richer on offense. And finally, the Bears, I didn't like the corners or safeties on the board, so I went different for Chicago. Miles Sanders, number 88 overall. I like him quite a bit. He's my number 2 back. If he's on the board for the Bears in round 3, just take him and then maybe even decide to trade away Jordan Howard, which has been rumored for quite some time. But those folks were your non-first round picks in this mock draft. If you really like it or hate it or just want to talk draft, go DM me on Twitter at WhatGoingDowney.